Good morning, everybody. My name is Various Smith, and welcome to Saturday School. This morning, what I want to do is I want to invite those of you to ask your questions. If you're interested in getting on the Hangout, then what you would do is you could actually post your email ask your questions. Post your email on the chat box on the side page, on the side of the page, on Saturday School, Inland Empire, WordPress.com/Saturday School. Post your email there, and I will invite you in. Okay. And the Google Hangout, like we're live right now, and if you would like to join into the actual Hangout, then I could add you into the Hangout via email. So send me your email and I'll add you into the Hangout. And then once we get you in the Hangout, whoever wants to get on the Hangout right now, once I get you on the Hangout, we're going to go ahead and start with announcements and things like that. So we got about 5 minutes. All right, so I see you there, Mac. So I'm going to add you in. I'm going to invite you. If anybody else would like to be a part of the Google Hangout, then I'm sending out invites right now for you to be able to join. And this was something that I talked about a little bit last week, to get those on the Hangout who were in the class. Maybe if you have questions during the Hangout, we will allow you to jump in. Thanks so much, Deb. So Deb, hey, if you want to get in, I'll send you an invite as well. Okay, I see you there. So I'm going to send you an invite as well. All right, so here we go. And I've sent 2 invitations out so far. Yeah, Priscilla, I got you right here. Okay, so all right, so this is the holiday season, so I got my holiday hat on, and so I'm I'm in the holiday spirit. All I need is a cup of eggnog right now to kind of keep me going. So while the invitations have been posted to the Google Hangout, we will just await the arrival of our guest. We have, and if you are just joining into the stream, we're still accepting people who, if you want to get into the Hangout, just go to the Saturday School homepage under Inland Empire WP /Saturday School. Drop your email in that chat box on the left side. And absolutely, Deb, you already know it's loaded eggnog. So drop your email, any email that you have, drop your email in there, and I will send an invite to the Hangout for you. You may have to download the software, and you may have to install it before you can jump onto the Hangout. But I'm just going to wait a couple minutes for that. And then once we get that, we can get you guys in the Hangout. We're going to get started with announcements, and then we'll move forward, because today we are going to be talking about page templates. And what we'll do is we'll talk a little bit about page templates, and eventually, if you have questions about, let's see, anything to do with page templates or even other things in WordPress, then we will set that up. We'll answer whatever questions you currently have. So we'll give this a little bit of time. All right, I'm going to resend this invite to you, Mac. All right, let's see. And if you didn't get the invite, just let me know, because I sending them out right now. Let's see. Just check your email. You may have to download the Google Hangout software and install it onto your desktop or update or anything like that. So we will await your arrival. I sent out the invites, and while we are awaiting you guys' arrival, one of the things I would like to speak a little bit about is the purpose of Saturday School. So, as you can see, I'd have my hat. I have my hat. First, I just want to say, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. And the purpose of Saturday School. The reason why I started Saturday School was because, you know, I wanted to cover a lot of the basics of what goes into building or setting up a WordPress website. There's a lot of things that you would need to fundamentally know in setting up your WordPress website, you know, even if you're only setting up your theme. One of the things that I have been going through lately is the theme setup guide, the WordPress theme setup guide, and that is something we're going to go through as well today. We're going to start at the page or at page templates today. But the fundamentals of setting up your WordPress website are, you know, there's a lot of them. And, you know, sometimes we only get just different gaps of learning. And so with this class, I just want to cover those fundamentals and kind of help get, you know, everyone in a place where, you know, at like just a basic WordPress site setup, you understand those fundamentals and you're ready to jump into more advanced stuff. So that covers kind of the fundamentals. And let's see, we're still awaiting our guest. Are you all still there? Let me check the chat room really quick. So here we go. Okay, so let's see. It's not working. Okay. Well, I'm not certain why. This is just a little weird, but it, somebody's there. Okay. Oh, hey, Priscilla. Oh, let's see. It's not working. Okay. Well, I'm not certain why. This is just put your screen, the Saturday School, put that on pause. There. Okay. All right, Priscilla. Oh, let's see. It's not working. Okay. Well, I'm not certain why. This is just put your screen, the Saturday School, put that on pause. There you go. Oh, let's see. It's not working. Okay. All right, so go ahead and put that Saturday School on pause. Or you can even close the tab. You see it? All right, it's okay. Put that Saturday School on pause. Oh, there you go. Or you can even close the tab. But welcome. Oh, what happened? Well, I will await your arrival or your return, but let's see, whenever you come in, just make sure you guys close off the actual live broadcast, because that'll cause a little bit of conflict. So we got Priscilla here, and I see Mac. Here, let me go ahead and I'll post the link. Hopefully you can jump in through this link. If you can, that'll be good. So there you go. There's the link. If you click on that, that may take you to the Hangout. It may not. So you can go ahead and give that a shot. There you go. So just make sure that whenever you do get onto the broadcast, you can come in through that link, I'm pretty sure. Make sure you have the live broadcast of me actually on pause. Hey, welcome back. Welcome. Awesome. Welcome, Priscilla. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yep. And there's Mac. Hey, welcome, Mac.
So sorry.
Awesome. Welcome, Priscilla. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
And then close your broadcast. Mac.
So sorry.
Awesome. Welcome, Priscilla. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
And then close your broadcast.
It's good.
All right. So we are all in. If you have the broadcast, the live broadcast open, make sure you close that live broadcast. Make sure you close the tab with that on there, because that will give us feedback. If not, okay, I see. I see it's a delay. Okay, awesome. Welcome, Deb, with that on there, because that will give us feedback. If not. Okay, I see. All right, so we've got a full house. Welcome, Deb. With that on there, that will give us feedback. Oh, there's a delay. Okay, we've got a full house. So I'm gonna go ahead and begin with a few announcements. Let's see. And if you guys would like to do questions, or if you have a question and you want to introduce yourself shortly, you can as well. So no introductions right now. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna go with the announcements that need to be made currently. And so first and foremost, welcome to Saturday School. Thanks, guys, for joining, and Merry Christmas. I got my Christmas hat on here, so I'm in the holiday spirit. So here we go. First of all, I want to share my screen with you because I have a few tabs open, and I just want to talk briefly about a few things that we do in the WordPress community. So here we go. Here is our Meetup page, or our Twitter Meetup, our Meetup group on Twitter. So we are part of the Inland Empire WordPress Meetup group. Actually, on the broadcast, we have some members from the Orange County Meetup group as well. Priscilla is from Orange County. But follow us on Twitter at Inland Empire or IEWP Meetup. So twitter.com/IEWP Meetup. Also, here on Facebook, we have a group where you can ask questions, we give advice, we keep you updated on what's going on in the WordPress community. If you go to facebook.com/groups/Inland Empire WP, check that out as well. You can ask to join the group, and you're welcome to be a part of our group. However, if you come and you are a spammer, you will immediately get kicked out. So we want to welcome you to come to the group as well. One other tab that I didn't pull up that I need to pull up is just going to be the meetup.com tab. So here, in the Inland Empire, we are currently one of a few meetups. We were the first in the Inland Empire and we meet in downtown Riverside. But since we started, there have been a few others that have started as well. You can come to our actual in-person meetup. We meet once a month in person. So you can go to WordPress to inland or meetup.com/Inland Empire WP. And this next month, coming up is going to be January 5th. The meetup is going to be on January 5th. We meet every month, the first Tuesday of every month. And so you're welcome to come visit us, join us, learn, have fun. We have dinner beforehand. We usually try to arrive at the meetup place around 5:30 to have dinner and chat and talk and just build community. And then around 7 p.m., we actually begin our meetup at a place called Riverside I.O. You can actually navigate to their website. It's a very nice meetup spot, and very grateful for them offering the place for us. If you go to Riverside I.O., it is a very great place. This is where we meet, downtown Riverside, first Tuesday of every month. Check them out, Riverside I.O. Check us out, the WordPress Inland Empire Meetup Group, meeting in Riverside. You can also come to our website. Website is in progress, it's in production, and currently, if you are, attending Saturday school, then you know that you would only need to go to inlandempirewp.com/Saturday school, and that's where the broadcast is. That's where the chat room is. Right now, we have people who are actually in the broadcast, which makes this a lot, it just makes it an awesome experience. So check that out as well. And then we also have one other announcement. WordPress TV, this is a great resource for those of you wanting to learn WordPress. I highly encourage each of you to come to WordPress TV to check out the resources here and get educated on all things WordPress. You can even watch the State of the Word, which just recently happened by Matt Mullenweg. It's all about the WordPress technology and where it's going right now. And along with WordPress TV, you have WordCamp TV, and a WordCamp is a conference that we have. There are conferences that happen year-round, and at the WordCamps, you basically have education, training, you have networking. They have separated most WordCamps into what are called tracks. So there's normally like a design track or development track, and then there's the business track, and then there's, most importantly, the hallway track. So in all of those tracks, you have opportunities to learn, grow, meet WordPress developers and new people. And if you're interested in what WordCamp is next to you or is going to be coming close to you soon, you can come to central.wordcamp.org, and there's a calendar of all WordCamps on this website. And just come onto this website. The first 5 listed here are the upcoming WordCamps. There's one coming up in Paris, one in Miami, one in Dayton, one in Atlanta, and then one in London. So those are all the WordCamps. You click more and see more there as well. I believe those are all of the announcements. Briefly, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and then I'm going to share the actual tab that is open for Saturday school. So I hope you guys are enjoying your holiday season and you're getting ready to have a celebration with your family. And someone asked me, are you going to be doing Saturday school this week? And I undeniably was like, yes, I'm committed to do this every week, just to teach and help the members of Saturday school. And plus, this is going to be archived on YouTube, so you can go back and go over the lessons that are there. So let's see. Okay, so now let's open up the next window for sharing Saturday School. Here we go. I'm going to share this window. Awesome. All right, guys. So here we go. We've got a lot to cover. We've gone over the announcements, but let's go over a few. Let's go back to where we were last week. I'm going to close all of these tabs, and we will begin to discuss a little bit more about setting up your WordPress website. And right now, this week, we're going to be talking about page templates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my development environment. And if you guys have questions, I'm watching the comments in the chat, and I will be, checking on that periodically as well. So feel free to send me a new chat. I'll be checking that periodically. So here we go. This is my local development environment. Let's open up our Saturday School website. This development environment is powered by Desktop Server. And Desktop Server is a way that you can run a host on your local machine, and you can actually build your website on your computer without having an internet connection. I mean, it's a huge deal. It prevents you from loss, and loss being as if you let's say you were working on an actual website and you made some changes to your server. Somehow, those changes, something happened to your database on your actual server. Your server got hacked. There are lots of things that can happen, and it's just better using Desktop Server to build your websites. So right now you're staring at a blank screen because this is where we stopped last time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the dashboard. I'm also going to open up our theme setup guide. So we're going to go back to where we were, and I will share that with you as well. All right, so here's the theme setup guide, and the very last thing we covered were page templates. We'll do a short review, and then we will move on to page templates. As this loads ever so slowly, let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, as this continues to load, we will it's trying to connect, but it's having a little bit of trouble. Just bear with me. All right, okay, here we go. Let's scroll down, go to page templates. Okay, here we go. Come on. There we go. Sorry about the delay. All right, so we covered post types last time. We went through each post type, regular posts, pages, attachments, revisions, navigation menus, all of those post types. We covered menus fairly in depth. in the last class, and we went into some great detail for that. So the next thing we're going to go through is page templates, and we started there, but we didn't really go in depth on page templates. So just starting here, they come as part of the options of premium themes. Many premium themes have several page templates, several layouts. The issue with setting up these page templates are knowing the different layouts that that you can use with these page templates is going to be understanding the attributes of pages in WordPress. So I'm just going to go to the dashboard. This is the website that we've been working on, and right now there's like 5 updates. Since it's local, I could actually go in and update that in a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go to all pages. So once we're on all pages, we'll see the pages that we've created, and what I'll do is I'll open a tab because I want to have my development environment on one tab. I want to have my administrative environment on another tab, and I also want to have the actual website on another tab. So this is the Saturday School page, and I'm just going to click on the sample page because it looks like we're on the home page right now. And I'm going to go to sample page. Appears that it doesn't want to load for me, which is weird. So I'm going to the child sample page. Okay, so here we go. I'm not sure why this is not clicking. So what I'll do is I'll go in and I will look at the menus really quick because I want to see what's going on with this sample page and why it's not allowing me to click on it just to check it out and make sure that everything's okay. So as I go here, I can see sample pages here, and I will look at under the appearance menus. I'm looking at the sample page and I'm saying, okay, well, this is an actual page. If I use right-click, open a new tab, then it's going to appear for me here as a page. However, the weird thing I'm finding is that here on the navigation menu, even though it's showing the link, I'm not able to click on it. That's something weird. So that may be, I have no idea why it's doing that. What I'll do is I'll inspect it really quick. Look at it from an HTML standpoint, So this is a little bit beyond the scope of what we really want to cover, but looks like this sample page itself, the anchor, it is here, it's active. Even if I go here, it shows it, but maybe it's just a browser bug for right now. But at this moment, it's not a huge issue. But what is the issue is the layout of the sample page. What I would like to do is I would like to see what different layouts, does this, what different layouts does this theme contain? So I'll go to themes and I'll check out, because really what I want to see is this a theme that has several different layouts for pages? And if it's not, then we're going to find a theme that's better. This is the theme right here. It's called Sophistic, and so there's several ways that you can create a layout for pages within just a WordPress theme. Most of the times the page layout is predetermined. However, there are page builders, and page builders have become very, very popular. One page builder that has always been very popular is a page builder. I believe it's by SiteGround, it's just called Page Builder. A few more that have become very popular have been Beaver Builder and now Divi. Divi is another one that's very, very popular at this time. However, I've done a little bit of research, and right now, at this moment, there are literally over 58 page builders for WordPress. So with that amount of variety and things that are available for building your actual layout, there will always be a way to get around the heavy lifting of building a page layout. So here's the key. You want to find out a way to build your page layout, and page templates help you to do that, but also page builders will help you to do that as well. So this page looks like this theme. If we go back to the theme, right here, it said it has it's perfect theme for your shop online with beautiful and unique design. It's responsive, fully compatible with WooCommerce, the easiest way to create your store online and customize with no coding skills. So I think that's a big deal to a lot of people, because you don't want to have to code everything from scratch, and sometimes it really is a learning curve to understand how to build a layout with HTML and CSS. It's a little bit of a learning curve. So most business owners nowadays are going to be looking for something where they don't have to touch the code. And this one said it does. So what we'll do is, like you see the page here. Here at the top of the screen, you can also see this is like an administrative bar. And I click on Edit Page, and I can go to the actual page that I'm on in the administrative area, navigate to there from that administrative bar. And the way I will find out what type of page templates I have for this theme is I can look here under page attributes. Okay, so if this website or this current theme doesn't have many page templates, then I would have to maybe choose something else, find another way to do it, maybe use a page builder. This theme currently only has a default template and a full width template. And so right now it was on default template, and this is default template. If I update it to full width, let's see what that looks like. So here we are. We've updated it. I'm going to go out to the site, refresh, and see what happens. It looks the same. It's the wrong page. So I'm going to the child sample page. So here's the child sample page. All right, so yeah, very clean. Not much there. It's full width page. And you're free to do whatever you want. So let's say, on this page, since it's full width, you can add in an image of your choice into this page, which we've done previously, I believe. And you'll have a basic page with an image there. And however, it doesn't have a sidebar or anything like that. But you got your image, you got your text. It's more basic. The layout is already really there. You got your menu at the top. You have your shopping cart here. And so, that it doesn't show a lot of diversity, but it gives you an understanding of, our page templates. So let's say I wanted to maybe check out one other theme. Let's just do that. We'll check out one other thing. We'll go to Add New. Add a new theme. And let's look at just maybe one or two of these popular themes, and let's see if one of these that we use has several page templates. So we have 2016. That one just came out. It's a very clean theme. Looks like Nabia may have maybe one of those templates that has a lot of page template options. So this is a beautiful modern theme for blogs. We're not going to go with that one. So these are all of the featured ones. Let's go to the popular ones. Here's the featured ones. Here's the popular ones. So on the popular ones, we have several one of them. I think Xerif Lite was one that we looked at before. And has a lot of great features. But I'm not sure about really what page templates they have provided available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the actual official version of Xerif Lite. And so looks really clean, very nice. This is it. This is the whole. This is the whole template. Let me click on the features. Here we go. Parallax effect, custom content blocks, go pro for more features. All right, Xerif Lite may give you an opportunity. Let's look at maybe one more. One tone. So one page business theme. So it's one page. It's got some music on it too. Probably not the best choice. So let's install this one. Minimize. So we're going to install this one called Minimize, and we'll see what they have. I'm going to activate it. The way to get to this area, again, it's going to be under Appearance, Themes, and you can search from there. And since I've just activated a new theme, my website will have a completely different look. So I'm just going to refresh this child sample page, and we're going to see a completely different look. Okay, cool. It's not that different. It's not a humongous difference. But let's go to edit page, and then we will see whether or not they have different layouts for the pages. So here we are in the administrative area, and they have a default template. Okay, so they have an archive template, and they have a sitemap page template. So there's not a lot of variety on these themes that I've chosen, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. The basics of you being able to change out your page layouts with the page attributes or page templates are going to be understanding that you need to come here to the page attributes area and choose the templates that are available to you. Some of the templates that are premium themes, especially I think on Envato, they have a lot of premium themes with multiple page templates, and so those are the ones that you're going to need to go into and have the right amount of page templates or have the right understanding that you need to change your page templates from here. One other way to change the layout of your web page would be through a page builder, and Divi is one page builder, and also page builder is another one. There's a list of over 58 page builders that I've actually gone through. So what I would recommend that you do is, if you're using a premium theme, go with the page templates that they have already provided for you. And I don't really want to go through maybe one or more page builders, because I have a couple of them that we could go through, but I feel like that would be an entirely different class, and so it's just going to be a subject that I couldn't cover completely, building a page layout with a page builder. But another part about page templates, for instance, if I were to go back and I were to reactivate the shop fistic page template that we were on earlier, I'm going to reactivate that. There are other parts about your layout that you need to understand. So on the Shopfistic theme, if I were to go here and I were to view this page, I've changed the theme again, but you're gonna notice there's a sidebar, and there's a sidebar on, not on this layout, but on I think it's the default layout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to default template. I'm going to update that again, and there's a sidebar on this. So sidebars are important because those are controlled by widget areas, and we'll cover that a little bit as well. So I'm going to refresh this. Okay. Actually, what I'll do is I will view this page. Okay, so here we go. This one has a sidebar, and this is a widget area that you're going to find under Appearance, Widgets. So go here to Appearance, then go to Widgets, and you'll see that in this sidebar area you have everything that is reflected here on the front end. You have your search area. You have your recent post right here. You have your recent comments, your archives and categories. So you have recent comments, archives, and categories. What's interesting about this theme that I'm noticing is that because it is developed in a responsive way, this would be tablet size right here. This would be mobile size right here. And this would be desktop size. The sidebar appears differently on the mobile and on the tablet area as well. It actually appears on the side only at the desktop level. So if you wanted to go inside of here, you can actually change the order of these widgets just like this. Just drag and drop very easily. If I wanted to change recent posts to most popular, I can do that, and that's going to be reflected on the front end of the website as well. So I just I change the order, put the search below the recent post, change the title to most popular, and I'll refresh that, and you'll see the change reflected here. Now the change is there. The layout is already built, and the work has already mostly been done for this website. So those are page templates. So we'll move on from there. Okay, so the remainder. We're going to talk about the remainder of the things that need to be done for setting up a website on WordPress. So the guide that we're actually going through, I'm not complete with it, so it's not completely finished. So what I will see here is that this should be a summary right there, but we'll talk about roles and capabilities. So this is part of the very important things that you need to understand when you're setting up your WordPress website. The roles and capability, every role on your website, on your current website or your WordPress website, has been gifted certain capabilities. So as I will always recommend, and all throughout this guide, there are links into the codex. So I want you to go check out, we'll check it out right now. We'll just go briefly to it. But inside of every new WordPress install, there are 5 user levels by default. Within a WordPress network, if you create a WordPress network, which is a multi-site, there's 6 user levels by default. Each one of those roles has different capabilities. They can do different things, and they can access different parts of your site. They can change things, add things, and so this is the link right here. It's codex.wordpress.org. Roles and capabilities. It goes very in depth into the capabilities that each person or each user level has. This graph is actually somewhat helpful if you look at it for a while, because the subscriber, you can see they only have read access. And when I say read access, it means they can only read content. They can only look at the content. But every other user level has the read access as well. If you go up the next user level, a contributor can delete post and edit post. So they can only do those 2 things. Plus, a contributor can also read post. So these are different levels in your WordPress install. When you first install your WordPress website, you are an administrator. If you first install a WordPress network, you are a super admin. And so these roles and capabilities are very important for you to understand. If you're building a website for somebody else or setting up a website for somebody else, you don't want to give them administrator access to your website. Or sometimes you don't even want to give them administrative access to their website, because for safety purposes and for keeping your keeping your work together properly, sometimes you need to only give them author or editor level access. So it's a great graphic here for you to check out about these user roles and capabilities. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate to you how to create these users. When you get into your WordPress install, you are initially an administrator. But let's say you wanted to add a few people to your network or to your install. You go to users. You can click on all users, and you can view all the users that are currently signed up to your website or on your website. If you click add new, you can click it on the sidebar, or you can click it here at the top. You can actually go here to the very top administrative bar as well and click add new. I'm just going to close these to get this out of the way, so that we won't see that anymore. And let's dismiss this. All right, let's add a new user. And let's just add, I'm just going to add myself because I'm not currently on this development site. And my username is going to be various. My email is going to be my email. And yeah, I'll keep my first and last name because I like my first and last name. Website, visit me at helloveracity.com. Password 12345. Because this is on my desktop. This is locally installed. I'm not worried that anybody's going to hack into it or anything like that. And WordPress also makes me confirm a weak password. And so what I'll do is I will confirm the weak password, and let's choose a user role. So these are the same. Okay, so there is an extra user role inside of here because I've installed WooCommerce on this website. But if you take away Shop Manager, then you see the 5 user roles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, there's 2 extra user roles that are are given by WooCommerce, which is customer and shop manager. So there's 4 or 5. Subscriber being the lowest. If you come here, you can see it again. Subscriber is the lowest. Super admin is not included because it's on networks only, and administrator is the highest. So if I wanted to just add various as an administrator, I'd click administrator there. Or maybe I'll just put him add an author because this guy likes to get into the website. He likes to tear things up. I'll add the new user there, and WordPress will create it for me. So easy. But you want to assign the proper user roles to the people you add to your website. If you have a content writer for your website, you maybe only want to give them author level access. If you have a web developer, you probably want to give them administrative level access to your website. It all depends on the task or the role. So roles and capabilities are fundamental to your website. And so this is part of the remainder. And I think that would just about cover it. Unless you guys have anything else that you want to add to that, who are still with us here in class. If you wanted to add anything in the comments, then that'll be, I'll add that as well. The next thing that I'm actually going to cover is going to be plugins. Plugins are awesome. I love plugins. And plugins are little snippets of functionality that cause your website. Okay. Look at this. This means I haven't even made it here to this section in my guide. So I'm just going to delete that because I don't want you to read that. But I'm going to give a little bit of a talk on plugins. It's 9:54, and in a few minutes we will actually be able to just kind of take up questions if you have questions, and then just kind of wrap up the class. So for plugins, I'm just going to cover them this way. Plugins are snippets of functionality that you add to your website to enable new abilities, enable new functionality. They're snippets of code that enable new functionality. Hours and hours of time actually goes into developing plugins. So any plugin developer who is offering a plugin to you for free, they're doing an amazing service. You can add new plugins to your website through this installer here underneath plugins, add new. You can also go to the repository at wordpress.org/plugins. If you go to this repository, then you will be able to, this is one of the ways to navigate through them, or you can do this in the back end of your website. But I wanted to come here because there's some cool functionality here on the website, the WordPress.org website. I'm logged in as myself here on WordPress.org. But what you can see is that every plugin, first of all, there are over 41,000 plugins. You can sort through these plugins by featured, by popular, by favorites. And favorites is a functionality I really like because I can come here and view my favorites on WordPress.org, or I can also view it from my dashboard, but I'll get to that in a minute. So if I'm looking at a plugin here, I can click on the actual plugin. It'll take me to the plugin page, and I can click here and I can favorite the plugin, and that plugin will give me, or that favorited button will give me an ability to always go back. It's kind of like a bookmark for plugins. But here, for each plugin, there's reviews. There are instructions on how to install the plugin. frequently asked questions. There are, other notes, what changes have gone into the plugin, stats, which include stats on how many downloads, how many active installs, different stats like that from what places in the world has been downloaded. They even have support forums for plugins, which is cool. And you can access really all of this stuff from your dashboard. So let's say if I were to add new, click on add new, it's going to take me to the automatic, or I guess I wouldn't call it automatic installer, but it's the plugin installer area. You can come here and just navigate through the available plugins in the repository from here. And if you wanted to install any particular plugin here from the back end, well, before you even install it, you can actually look at the details. It brings you a little pop-up, which is very handy. And it will show you the very same details here that we saw over here. So you see all the details, all of the details that were there, they're actually here. So you never really have to navigate away from your dashboard, which is very helpful. And it doesn't have the little favorite heart button here, so you really can't favorite plugins from the back end here. But you can, what you can do is you can, from this back end, you can go to your favorites and you can type in your WordPress username. Let's say I type in my WordPress username. I do this all the time. And you can get your favorites. You can get a list of your favorites here on the very back end. And let's just say you wanted to install a particular plugin. I'm going to go ahead and install this theme check plugin. Just click it. It's in my favorites. And now I have a plugin. I can activate this plugin. Theme check is a plugin really for developers to help developers develop WordPress themes that are up to date and that are compatible. And you can also use it to kind of bug. You can also use it to bug check your themes and things like that if you're a developer. But yeah, so here's the theme check plugin. It's here. I've just installed this, and I could check anyone. I can check any one of the current themes that are installed. Not only the one that's active, but all the themes that are installed. So this is a plugin, and there are 40,000 plus more of these plugins. BuddyPress is the social network. Jetpack has tons of different abilities where you can add, social share buttons to your website. You can publicize blog posts and send out every time you update your website. Send out an update to every social network. There's just tons of stuff in Jetpack. And then, let me just say, you can add plugins to your heart's content and make your website do a lot of stuff. Not anything you want, but you can make your website do a lot of stuff. And if a plugin is not available, then you're always welcome to develop your own plugin. And if you're at that level, then you probably would be watching this broadcast. Or maybe you would. I don't know. But they have a tab here on the actual WordPress.org website you can click on called Developers. And this will begin to walk you through the process of what it means to create a plugin for WordPress. So there's tons of resources within the community. So that's a little bit about plugins. So what we're going to do is I added one plugin, but actually it's not super useful for demonstration. I'm just going to add one popular plugin that may be useful in demonstrating, how you can add different functionality to your website. So what I will do is I will add Contact Form 7, which is probably one of the most fundamental functionalities that you can have on a website, contact form. So if I install Contact Form 7, we're going to see that we got the normal plugin install screen. Activate the plugin here. Once I activate the plugin, I'm just going to go and I'm going to create a contact page because I don't think we have a contact page. So I'll go to all pages and let's see if we have a contact page. No, we don't have a contact page. So I'm going to add new, create a contact page, contact. So there we go. I'm going to use the default template. I'm going to publish that. And then, because I installed the Contact Form 7 plugin, I need to find out what administrative area has been added to my website for this plugin. And if I look here on the left sidebar, I'll see an icon that says Contact. That was just added by the Contact Form 7 plugin. This will take me to my administrative area. And what I always emphasize for every person that I talk to with regard to learning WordPress is read the settings pages. Read any settings page that you can find. Just go and read the settings page and see what settings there are. So what I'm going to go to first is integration because I'm curious, and let's see what integration is all about. Okay. So integrating other services is what integration is all about. I can also go up here to the help button at the top right corner and see if there's anything that I find useful. On the screen, you can manage services that are available to Contact Form 7. Using the API will allow you to collaborate with any services that are available. So don't forget here in the top right corner, you always have the help available to you. And so it says you may need to first sign up for an account with the service that you plan to use. When you do so, you would need to authorize Contact Form 7 to access the service with your account. So this is really cool. Contact Form 7. There's a better contact form that I use all the time called Gravity Forms, but I like, Contact Form 7 was really what I started out with. So if I wanted to add a reCAPTCHA to my page to stop spam bots from filling out the forms, I can do that through this contact form. But what I want to do right now is just add the basic functionality. So I will let's go to contact forms because let's see if they added a contact form by default. And if not, I will add new. So if I go to Contact Form 7 right here, okay, I see a donation screen, and if you want to donate to Contact Form and support them and you're using their form, that'd be a great thing to do. So what you can do also is you'll notice that right now they have one contact form, and it gives you a short code right here, shows you the author. This was set up by default, but because the author was V. Smith myself, it puts me as the author, and I'm the one who's logged in. So what I can do is I can click on edit, and this is the contact form really that I could actually use. I'll go to edit and I'll look at Contact Form 7. They say copy this shortcode and paste it into your post page text widget or text widget content. So I'm going to copy that in a minute, but I just wanted to, we're not going to go all the way through Contact Form 7, but I wanted to look at this really quick because it gives me, okay, look, this is what's going to be included in my form. Okay, so there's a send button, there's text area, subject line, an email spot, and a name area. So I'll just copy this. I'm going to go to my contact page, underneath pages, all pages, and I'm going to click on edit. I have the shortcode copied on my clipboard. And now I will paste that here. And there it is, Contact Form 1. Click Update. Updating my page. And it has, giving me a link to view the page. So I'll click on that. And on my page, okay, you still have the sidebar here at the top, which is a weird layout. but this is tablet mode, remember. So if I spread it out, there you go. You have your contact form here on the right. You have your sidebar on the left. I could fill the contact form out if I wanted to. And I've added this complete functionality onto my website without hours and hours of code. This is the power of plugins. This is the power of a plugin. So when you have, your website set up and you find the right plugins, it becomes very, it's really helpful. And that's the amazing part about WordPress is that they have so many plugins. There are so many plugins, not only free plugins in the repository, but there are lots of premium plugins that are really great. They add functionality to your website. So I just added a contact form to this page, and it is 10:08. Time is 10:08. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to wrap up the Saturday School. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and all right, guys. So I really appreciate you guys for coming into Saturday School. I see you still there, and I want to answer any questions that you could possibly have, or you may have now about anything we covered, or even if you have some other questions that I can answer. Are there currently any questions with regard to what we've covered? No questions. Awesome. Oh, in this setup, yes, there are, as far as menus, because I didn't see this question earlier. Let's see, do we just, yeah, in this setup, let's go, let me just show you. I think there's only 2 menus on this actual setup. Let's just look at it one more time. So if I go back to menus here, I think there's only 2 menus. If I go to manage locations, I can see. Oh, okay. Oh, I see why you asked the question, because I had that issue. Okay. Yeah, there's 2 menus on this one. So awesome. Yeah, I mean, really, in this class, it's I'm just really trying to make sure I get most of the fundamentals covered, and plugins, and those are all basic things. I know most of you guys probably do know this stuff already. However, these broadcasts they're gonna go back on to YouTube. They'll be archived for people to pick up and learn these things at a later date and time. And so I want to make it as relatable as possible. And the broadcasts are only going to get better. This is actually number 5, broadcast number 5. We're working behind the scenes to make this better, and I covet your feedback. If you want to, if you have a suggestion for these Saturday schools, then I'm completely open to those. And if you have questions that maybe didn't get answered, or you weren't on the broadcast, maybe you're tuning into the broadcast at a later time, feel free to go to our website, Inland Empire WP. It's actually on our YouTube channel. You can go there. Table of content for the videos. Yes, there is actually work that has been done by one of the Meetup co-organizers for Saturday School, Deb Donahoe. She is actually creating table of content for these videos, so those will be published on the videos. We have the one for the first week already up, and so you can actually navigate through each video via a timestamp on YouTube, which is really cool. It's very, very awesome. Good work by Deb Donahoe. And so I really appreciate all of you guys for tuning in today. And as soon as this theme setup guide, is completed, as soon as the holidays are over, hopefully I'll have it done, at the beginning of the year. I'm going to put it out. And this theme setup guide that we've been going through will have videos accompanying each aspect of setting up a theme. And I'll go into much more detail than just setting up themes as well. So I think it'll be useful for a lot of people. So if there are no other questions, however, then I want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. And our next Saturday school, what date is, what is next Saturday? Let me check that really quick. Thank you, Mac. So does anybody have a date for next Saturday? Because I may not be doing this, but I probably will. I probably will. Next Saturday school is obviously going to be next Saturday. I don't have the date on hand, but we're doing this every Saturday. I'm recording every Saturday. And then, once again, I would like to remind you, okay, so December 19th will be next Saturday school. This week, I'm going to go over and review a lot of the stuff that, we talked about, and we'll probably send out an announcement or two. But December 19th is going to be the last Saturday school before Christmas, and then after Christmas, New Year is coming. I plan to be consistent on this as well. But first of the year, please come down to the Inland Empire WordPress Meetup group if you have the opportunity, if you can make it. We'd love to have you. We meet in Riverside first Tuesday of every month, and we already have the topic. I really hope you could come down as well, Priscilla. I don't think you've ever been once, but when you get a chance, we would love to have you. And so we would love to have you and all of the people. I know it's a long, long drive, and it's a lot of traffic too. So you got to pick a really good day. And if you come down early, that's right. Carpool, that's right. Get some of those guys from OC. I would love to have you guys. Yes, come down and oh man, that'd be so awesome. The actual next meetup is January 5th. So if you guys can make that, we do have the topic already. I won't be announcing the topic just yet, but we do have the topic already set. Greg and I have set up the topic. We have actually topics all the way until probably March, but also we take miscellaneous topics. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you if you come in person at the next meetup, January 5th. If not, hope to see you at next Saturday school. If not, I'll see you on the interwebs. Thank you guys so much, and Merry Christmas. Bye.